Welcome to Awesome Code. Please subscribe to my channel and like my video. In this video, we will find out the evidence location in Linux. So we are going to look into detail about the different evidence that exist on a Linux device, which can be useful for digital forensic. First, we are going to look into system info. Let's start by looking at collecting information about the system. So the location for system version to identify the distribution. This is the path. This is the location. Etc. OS release. And for computer name, the host name of the computer, the path is etc host name. For local time settings, the data is stored in binary format, which can be read using the zdump command on Linux. Its location is etc local time. Now we are going to see the boot logs location, which stores the information about the boot time. That is in where log boot log. Kernel logs, information about kernel logs. The path is where log kernel log. Apt install repository sources. That is etc apt sources dot list dot d and etc apt sources dot list. Host file, local system DNS table can be found here. Etc host, then root UUID, that will be where log the message and now the services. Keep track of services running in the background. The path is where log daemon dot log. Then we have syslogs. Syslogs track pretty much everything happening on the system. So their locations on Debian systems are where log syslog, and for Red Hat 7 we can do where log messages. Background processes, records events generated by background processes and services. Uh, these are the most important ones. device spec, label, mount point, where the content can be accessed after the mounting, FS type, file system type, so the path, where log, daemon dot log. Disk partitions list all available disk partitions on the system. Path is etc fs tab. Now we are going to look into user activity. What evidence exists on Linux that describes user activity on the system, such as accounts and groups. These two files will list users on the system, including their rights, permissions, hash, password, and more. They are etc password and etc shadow. Group information list what groups exist in the system. That is etc group. Command history tracks user bash command history activity. It only gets written to the file once the user has logged off the system and does not store the timestamps of the commands. So the path is home directory of a user, the user over here, that your username, bash history, authentication, information about user authentication, including login time of user, sudo activity, session length. UTMP stores full information about the current status of the system with information such as boot time, user login and logout, and system events. That is where log UTMP. Auth.log and secure are also available with information about login and authentication processes, such as the usage of sudo for the Debian, where log, and this will be auth.log. Then we have last login contains information at the last login performed on the server. The path is where log last log. Failed login attempts list all failed login attempts. It's also very useful. Is somebody trying to log into your system, you can go here and look up. Path is where log fail log. Another source is the PDMP logs, which also keep track of failed login attempts. It can be read using the loss-f command. So the location of PDMP file is where slash log slash PDMP. Installation of software. Track the installation of system and software packages using Package Manager. They are for dpkg, where log dpkg.log, and for app, where log app history dot log. Now we will look into network information related to network activity. So the first way is interfaces, configuration file for network setup. Path is etc network interfaces. Wi-Fi SSID stored the SSID service set identifier to which the system will automatically connect. The path is etc slash WPA supplicant asterisk.com. File execution and information. Describe the locations that hold artifacts about the execution of programs and files. Cron jobs. Execution of files through scheduled jobs. What jobs are scheduled can be found. And let's see. On .string. Processes. What is currently running on the machine is useful if you need to quickly identify if an instance of where a script is running before shutting down the system. So list the currently running process. The- This will give the most detail about the process. So you can use this command to get the information about the processes. You do ps AUX and just hit enter, and it will create a tree-like structure of how the different processes relate to each other. And here's the output. And we have PS3. We can use that. So you got the whole tree-like structure with PS3. So you can understand how the different processes relate to each other. SGID, find user ID files. We can do something like this. Find slash perm 6000 type f SUID, find SUID files owned by root and check entries. We can use this command. Find firm 4000 user root type f. Sometime it may require sudo. Here's some output. USB log The log file contains information about the USB devices that have been connected. If you do not see any syslog file on the system, it probably means that it is not installed or the device or the service has not been started. So on a Debian, the path is where log syslog and dx. Click. To keep on learning, please subscribe to my channel Asim Code, like my video, keep supporting me, and thank you for watching.